At Ascend, our mission is to deliver a rigorous and collaborative 21st century education where students actually discover a lifelong love of learning. Our innovative program is grounded in contemporary research, and through individualized education, we foster academic excellence and cultivate self-confident, creative, reflective, and analytical thinkers. Our students are motivated to act in the selfless tradition of the Indian heart as they learn to actively contribute to their expanding global community. Realizing our mission is what classroom teachers do day to day in their interactions with students and in collaborations with colleagues. As you glimpse today into the world of this kind of proven educational model, look for things that will characterize the education your child will experience as a student at Ascend International. Look for children that are actively engaged in meaningful learning. Look for teachers working alongside these students, creating high expectations and individualizing instruction to help each child meet his or her goals. Look for evidence of the collaborative teaching model that results in an innovative curriculum focused on creating thinkers. Look for the ways in which children collaborate with one another, how children develop their communication skills and grow an understanding of alternative perspectives. Look for ways in which children are practicing compassion, giving back to their community, and learning to be responsible citizens. Look for the way in which specialist instruction in a variety of subjects like science, art, and physical education creates depth around student learning and forms a structure in which classroom teachers can interact with even smaller groups of children. As you see all of these characteristics unique to Ascend International's community, it becomes apparent why students love to learn and are excited to work hard to develop their understanding of concepts and skills when learning is presented in a meaningful way.
You should be engaged. You should be stretching and reaching for your highest potential, and you should be achieving that potential because you're so focused in the work and so excited by it. When work matches a child's instructional level, they cannot help but work as hard as they possibly can because it feels so good to be successful.
Ascend International School is not only about imparting content, knowledge, and skills, because that's not enough to thrive in today's world. You have to know how to adapt and learn.
Looking at the 21st century, we absolutely have to acknowledge that no one will work in a bubble anymore. And all children need to learn how to work in collaborative teams and need to learn how to live inside of a community of other thinkers. What teachers at AIS will be able to do with children is interact with them in a way that allows them to actively assess where children are at, create lessons that match the level of understanding and instructional level of that child, and then reassess how the learning has gone so that they either can stretch children to the next step or add some additional practice that assures that skill becomes a foundational tool for their child.
What we want to do here at Ascend International School is help kids learn how to learn and help them become creative, reflective problem solvers.
Well, one of the things that is most exciting about an educational model like AIS is that its design is so purposefully created around individual thinkers and individual learners. To be a critical thinker, to be a creative thinker, you need to not only understand how you think and learn, but you need to be able to think about how other students think and learn, because that's what will allow you to innovate, create, and add depth to the work that you do. So at AIS, one of the things that we're most committed to is providing individual stretches for children inside of a community. That means when children are engaging in curriculum, they're engaging with a common purpose. They know why they're doing the work and they know what that work is for. But then each of them will have individual skills that they'll be targeting to build depth to their own proficiencies.
So the way that we structure groupings with kids, the way that we have designed our curriculum so that teachers are enabled to individualize instruction, the building that we have designed, the way that we are selecting faculty and the number of faculty that we are providing at Ascend International School. These are just some of the many ways that we are able to offer this kind of education to children. Teachers work together to collaborate on curriculum. They work together to talk about individual children. When you have 20 teachers supporting a child in their growth and their goals across settings, it's far more successful than an individual teacher. Teachers also are expected to keep up with their areas of specialties, keep apprised with what's happening in their respective fields, as well as in the world of education.
But one of the things that's magical about what will happen at AIS is that we won't have any secrets about how we're teaching children. We'll be upfront about how we're teaching them, we'll be intentional about how we're teaching them, and they'll know how and why we're teaching them as well because they'll be a part of that conversation. Children inform how we do every part of our curriculum. Each interaction that kids have with teachers is by design, and even the spaces have been created to intentionally invite children into learning. They are child-friendly, they are warm and welcoming, and they send the message to children, hey, this is a place to learn, think, and grow. Come here and engage.
The model for the architecture, which came specifically from the teaching methods, was developed in Seattle at a school called University Child Development School. And I worked with the school for 5 years, building them a new building, learning the model, the learning by doing model. And so I was educated before I could actually design for this type of education. But the building and the program are integrated completely together. And at University Child Development School, the school is for the children, for the students. They know it's theirs. They take command of the building, and it's theirs. And those lessons that we learned, we've now invested in the Ascend International. And even more, we took those lessons and expanded on them. So Ascend is not only from learning from the design at UCDS, it's also an evolution of that from elementary all the way up through 12th grade.